You're still awake? Thanks. Thank you for making sure I knew. uh, yeah, I think I pulled up the chat right after your comment, so I think the comment got missed. No, no, that's wrong because it's showing up there. Hang on, I'll have to look and see what's going on. 1 second here. Grab this. I forgot to get my links ready just to like right after I started to put it in Discord. Just 1 second here. All right, there we go. I already pulled up, except for YouTube. I can never do that until after I start the stream, and then YouTube gives me a link. It's weird, but I mean, I could set it up ahead of time on YouTube, but then it doesn't work well with my restream that I use. Anyway, beside the point. Anyway, so I start streaming, then I pull up the YouTube link. But all the other windows for the kind of collated chat I bring up at the same time. Yeah, your comment. I don't know why it's not showing up. Where is? Oh, it shifted off the screen. Okay, hang on a second. It was just aligned badly. Yeah, because yesterday I got a new monitor for the side for the like a monitor the monitor where I have the live stream software and your comments and stuff. That's new, and so that box was shifted off to the side. That's why it wasn't showing up. The box did pick it up, but it was because my old monitor was 1080p. This one is 1440p or 2K, and so it's bigger. So the box that was smaller before, because it was a smaller resolution, grew because it's a bigger resolution, and so that meant that the top left corner of that box was in a position. So when it grew, it kept that same top left corner, and the bottom half of the box grew out this way, and so went off the screen. So now it's fixed. I was wondering. I was like, wait, if it doesn't show up on the stream, but I can see it in the window that shows the combined stuff. That's why it was shifted off. Yeah. So for now, I will still have points where my main monitor where the game is will like kind of turn off briefly and then turn on again after like a second or maybe 2 seconds. But it doesn't completely die. It'll come back on and like show me what's in the game. I just now, the last thing I have to figure out is how to get rid of, I think it's like static electricity or something. Because, for example, I noticed I have a new, I mean, it's now probably a couple months or probably like 3 months old, but over here, I have a lantern I got like maybe 3 months ago um, to help brighten up over here because my overhead light is buggy. Anyway, and so I got a new lantern. Well, if I have some static electricity built up on my shoes or something, and I touch the lantern to like turn it off or something, or to like to like adjust it or whatever, it'll briefly flash off and then flash back on when the static electricity is discharged. So I have to figure out. I think that might be what's happening to the large monitor because my side monitor over here where the chat is and stuff. I don't have that problem with it. I don't have that problem with my hard drives, which are also over on this side, or my printer, which is over on this side, or my computer, which is over on this side. It's just this side over here where the monitor and the lantern are. So I feel like yeah, shocking. So I feel like there's static electricity or something that's causing an issue, making my monitor die. Because I also like checked in case it was overheating or something. I physically touched the monitor on the back and the front and stuff, and it was not, it was nice and cool, so it's not a problem with that either. So anyway, Give it another couple of minutes, I guess, in case somebody else gets on. It's just running a little bit late. And if they're running a lot late, that's fine. We'll just, whenever they get on, that's fine. Oh, it's here. All right. Let me pull this up. Yeah. So, you're probably aware of all these, but just in case, now, and I forgot to update like on YouTube and stuff what they are. I need to do that actually. It's through here, I think, right? And then I do. Is it settings? I think it might be settings. I don't remember. Anyway, no, because that's not YouTube though. It must be. Oh, it's probably customized channel. Yeah, I've got that up. So I'll change that later. I'm not going to do it on the stream. I just wanted to pull it up so I wouldn't forget. I need to update what games we're currently live streaming. Oh, no problem. Well, you're back. I mean, I guess because it says I can see you said I got knocked off. So, um, so current games are Friday nights. This is my time, so the Denver, Colorado time zone. So Friday nights are Sherlock Holmes: The Awakened. So welcome back. Okay, so Friday nights are Sherlock Holmes: The Awakened. That's the first stream each weekend. The second stream is Lunacy St. Rhodes. And then this stream, of course, is Status Bone Totem until we finish this game, however long that'll still take. We still got a ways, I think, for it. I'm guessing we have at least another. I'm guessing we probably have at least another 5 hour or 5 streams, so at least another 10 hours. That's my guess. I don't know, but I'm just throwing out there that sounds like it's likely. So, yeah, we finished those, and then I at some point, whichever when we finish Status Bone Totem or Sherlock Holmes: The Awakened, whichever of those finishes first, probably Status Bone Totem, I think. But like I said, I think we still have like a little over a month before we're done with it. Anyway, when either of those finishes, whichever finishes first, then we're finally going to go back into Song of Horror and continue that. Well, that is still conditional. I still want to make sure that my monitor won't suddenly just turn off on its own. But anyway, so we'll do that, and then we also have so at dead of night in the hotel where you listen to the ghost voices and stuff. There's that, and then there's also Amnesia the Bunker. Those are another couple of the ones that are kind of bigger and more horror. One's like Stray. It was listed as horror, but it doesn't feel horror to me. Observation was listed as horror, doesn't feel horror to me. So anyway, those we could do a little bit later. There's Dreams in the Witch House still. Oxenfree 2, Distraint 2, so those are still some coming up as well. But anyway, but those are the ones right now that we're doing. Sherlock Holmes, and then the middle one is Lunacy St. Rhodes, and then this one is Stasis Bone Totem. So, all right, let's go ahead and get into this. I do not want to play Lunacy right now. Let me move over to the correct game. Here we go. Yeah, we still have some from past years. So, Song of Horror is from 2022. That was one of the few that we did not, well, one of the ones that we did not finish from there. So now this other one is dependent on getting a new graphics card because I need one kind of badly now. Mine's like 7 years old or something. So I need a new graphics card. But once I have that, I still need to finish Martha is Dead. I kind of decided that since I was doing that with Martha is Dead, we'd do the same thing with the last Get Even part. I want a replacement graphics card. So we have one mission left in Get Even. We have the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 or something chapters of Martha is Dead. Once I have a new graphics card. We have Song of Horror, of course, like I was talking about. So those 3 were left over from last year. And then we also, from 2022, we still have Outlast. And we have In Sound Mind. Both of those 2 horror games as well from there. Yes, I have 2 new monitors, right? So one of them I got in the summer, so about 7 or 8 months ago. This big one that the game is mainly on. That's new. I was having the problems, and in the process of trying to figure out what was going wrong with it, I replaced it. I exchanged it at the store about 3 weeks ago. I finally was able to get it exchanged. So about 3 weeks ago, so this monitor here that the game is on, that my webcam is hanging from, this one is about 3 weeks old. Like out of the box, maybe 3 weeks. Then this one on the side over here, where the chat and my software and everything are, where I can see what you guys are saying in chat, this one over here is literally less than a week old, like maybe 4 days old or something. So they're both really new monitors. So, like I said, the last little bit of upgrading I need to do currently on my computer is to upgrade the graphics card so that it's not super old. And then probably in 2025, I will again replace my motherboard and my CPU most likely. I don't know. I got them. I believe I got my motherboard and CPU both in 2021. Possibly 2022. But I think it was 2021. It's not whichever of those it was, though. Let's say it was 2022. Okay, so it's 2 years old. So next year it'll be 3 years old. So if it's only 3 or 4 years old, maybe I don't replace either of those in 2025. Because it'd only be 3 or 4 years old. That's not super old. I'd want to go to like about 5 years and then replace. We'll see. Anyway, that's a whole nother matter. That's not what the stream is about. Let's get into the game. Already 15 minutes into it, so. Hey, Fun Act, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, interestingly, the chat box was like bigger size, so I had to shift it over. But the game screen is the same size. It's still full screen in the chat or in the streaming software, which is weird because I would have expected it to be. I'm not complaining, but it's a little strange to me. Oh no, it's not strange actually, because the game that you see on the stream is still on the same monitor it was before. The chat is in the other monitor. That's why its size was changed, because the monitor the chat was in changed resolution. That makes sense. Anyway. Why do I have... Oh, I know. Okay. So we need to figure out a way either to distract... I can see 3 things. We either distract... So let me just do this again so you can see. So this thing, this monstrosity. Okay. We either need to distract it or kill it, which is probably never going to happen, or I think, or trap it, there's this over here that I could potentially use. Because it like shuts the doors and stuff. But I don't know how I'm going to get it to get over to here and get inside. So I'm going to have to figure that out. Observation control terminal. Yeah, and there also was a set of symbols that I didn't understand that I need to be able to implement for him to rotate or whatever the big mechanism that he has by him. Well, could chase me. I don't think that Moses can outrun it though. I'm pretty sure Moses cannot outrun it. Because so there was a death, and I figured it would be a death. Just hey, it's there. We've done nothing. Let's go fight. Let's go run past the really dangerous creature. I'm sure it'll do nothing. I assumed it was a death, and I knew because there are deaths in here in this game, as like achievements and stuff, right? Just like in the first and the second game. Anyway, so I entered where the creature was, and the cutscene showed Moses trying to run away, and he ran pretty far. I mean, he ran quite a ways before the creature caught him, but the creature did catch him and kill him. I do not believe I can get from way up here, the top left over here where you see my mouse. I do not believe I can get from way over there over to here without it catching Moses first. So we got to figure something else out to get him to lure him over. I say him. I don't know if it's a he or a she or a they. I have no idea. It's a creature, right? Who knows what its sex is? Um, I had this. So Moses is not especially helpful to hold on to this right now because he just wants to take a bite out of it. Let's see if somebody else has something to say when I give it to them. Yeah. Yeah, there wasn't much chance to. Okay, complete gamble. If this leads to anything, but I'll take anything we can find at this point. There's 265 on it. Uh, if you look about where the mouse is right now, or where this little pointer in the middle of the screen is, when I bring up the tag, there's a 265 in that area. I don't know if that's something we're going to use, though. IIF Industries. That's not Kane. Is that a third party company that partnered with Kane? I don't know. And then let's give this to Mac and let's see what Mac says when he looks at it. He says, could be helpful unless it's just the tag for the sock drawer. But then we'll need to find the machine that reads this either way. Yeah, so there should be a machine that reads that. I don't know what that. I wonder. It was mainly to look at core samples. I wonder if she can take this to a machine and have it analyzed.
Kane, heavy on the central apparatus. 113. Power procedure initiated.
Children should not play near this machine, Charlie.
You're probably right, Mose.
Children should not play near this machine. Gee, you think? I don't see how this could get scanned by this. What are my buttons for the controls, but nothing else? I don't think I can use this on anything here. If I go back, there's the machine that read the core sample outside. I don't think it's going to be able to read the tag. I think it only reads a core sample, but let's, just in case, let's see what this says. Okay, that's a report. Yeah, I can read the report. Core sample was over here. We already did that. Yeah, there's nothing else with this. I don't believe there are any other. This over here is the rover that has fallen apart. I don't think I can use a computer inside there. What if I go inside? Yeah. There's literally nothing in here I can use. So... Alright, so no for now. I think she's not going to be able to do anything with that. For now, if ever. Alright, so Moses has... We don't know of any kind of sprinkler systems or something we could set off by using fire. Organic sampler is not gonna... That's an empty acetylene torch and then a spear tip. And I've already tried combining various things with her. I think I've already... Let me... Whoops. Hold a minute. Let me give this to Mac. I don't think Mac can crush it to do anything, but let me see. Just in case. Yeah, no. Nope. Okay. That's basically pointless. Do I use that with something? Maybe. And the tag, I still don't think the tag will do anything, but okay. I cannot go up that way any farther. Yeah. There's nothing more to do with this. We already grabbed the toe tag. Then there's this. Yeah, I wrote those down. Potassium ferric oxide and aluminum. But I don't know where I find those. So he says... Yeah, he doesn't say. He says we need 3 suits from locked storage. So suits are in locked storage. And then he says meet me in the pantry. So we have the pantry is where they're going to meet, and locked storage is where the suits are. We still don't know where thermite ingredients are going to be found. So that doesn't get us anything here. And I don't think there's one. If I go back over here, where's the hole? Somewhere over here. There we go. If I go back here, is the security terminal the one that takes like the... I don't remember. Where we had the symbols we needed. I don't know which one's blacked out. Maybe the room the creature's in. I'm not sure. Yeah. Broadcasting audio to the artifact storage lab. Doesn't make any sound. Okay. And that's it. So I don't think there's anything with this either. We have this over here that can give you a hint. I try to avoid those, right? Because I still try to play stuff blind unless I can't figure something out. So if for some reason I'm stuck, then I will look at the clue, but otherwise I try to avoid it. Yeah, this one with these symbols, I don't know what the symbols mean. If I click them or hover over them, it doesn't tell me anything. So that doesn't do anything. It just lets me push the button through that. I'm gonna see. I'm not gonna do much with it because I really don't want to give away anything more than the bare minimum I need. I'm gonna see if I can find online if I can look up the symbols. Maybe. The thing is, though, there might be something that will tell me the symbols, but I don't know. And this is where the creature came out of. I think I've already tried everything I can think of on this. No on that. It's an empty torch, so obviously I wouldn't expect that. This sampler, no. No for the lighter. No for the scrubber. And no for the tag, yeah. So, whatever this is, I can't do anything with it right now. I'm sure at some point you do something. I just don't know what you would do right now. And all this is flames. So there's... Oh, I found a collectible item? I was just clicking near the... I was clicking to see if there's anything going to show up over here. Okay. What did I... Not what I want. This. What did I get? What new thing? Nookie. I got Nookie apparently. It's weird. Okay. Anyway, so there's nothing else in here. There's no blue. It's green. Except for the brain and exiting this room. In other words, we're not exiting back out where it collapsed. There's also that. I don't think I could do anything with that, right? I could talk to Schmeckel, but I can't actually... Nope. That doesn't go in either of those places. Yeah, I don't know what those symbols mean. In fact, I'm going to try to even see if I can look them up without going to like a stasis thing. I'm just going to Google industrial symbols and meanings. Let me see. Hey, Silhouette, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Okay, let me see. No. I'm trying, Silhouette, to catch you up. I'm trying to figure out what some symbols on one of the computer monitors might mean so that I can see if I can figure out what I'm supposed to. There are certain systems that I turn on or off, and I need to know what the symbols, what the systems, each symbol indicates. Yeah, I don't think these are any industrial symbols we use now. So these are all going to be, probably, all going to be completely unique to like Kane's systems, which means I'm not going to find it for generic terms. Okay, hang on. Nope, I'm not finding it that way either. Symbols, symbols, symbols. So we have this. The problem is it's logs, which isn't going to show me symbols that we've seen. Conversations. Also not going to tell me. I wonder why I don't have... And this, I think, is a hint. I don't want to do that. So, I'll go back over here so you can see. Hey, Monmouth, welcome. So, back over here so you can see. I'm not sure how I figure out what these symbols stand for. These are the different systems. Or subsystems. I have no idea what these mean. I don't know how I find out what these mean either. I was looking to see if there's some kind of paper or sign or something with some documentation, but you know what? I have a thought. I don't know that this is true. Let me try to go to one of the early saves where there were signs and things up on the ship above. Maybe one of those will indicate a subsystem. Okay, let me load this for a second. We'll load back to where we were, of course, but I want to see. Is that... Yeah, that's just that. I think it was Mac was wandering around. Maybe not. Am I too far back? I might be too far back. Hang on. Let's see. I go. There's this, and then that. But there was some point where Moses was... Oh, they go back through here. It's on the other side of this door, I think, is where the... comes down. In, like, these rooms over here, I think there were industrial notes or symbols or something. There was a bulletin board for sure. Hang on. Roster. That's not going to help. What is this? Notice board. Personalized iconography. But I can't look at that more closely. this stuff also is not going to help. That's that painting with the stars. So obviously that's not going to help. I thought there was some place that had like a, you know, like for crew safety, blah, 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 blah kind of a thing. I thought. Menu. PDA. Maybe not. I could have sworn there was one somewhere. I guess not. That was here. Here. I don't think there's anything here. This is where the people were in stasis that we let die because they would have been suffering. And this is back at the mold, whatever, mold or spores or whatever thing. It wouldn't have been any of those. Load this maybe. Secured crates. These are where we just already were. So unless I find something different with like Charlie or something, I'm not really going to... Substation notice? No, this was the circuit outlay. Or circuitry outlay. There's no sign down over here. That's the mixing center. Yeah, okay, I think this is a dead end. I think I'm not going to find it there. So let's load this again. Go back. So since I didn't see it on any signs earlier, I am going to need to try to find something now that will tell me what the symbols mean. Research. See, these are just photos that they took of the, you know, of this area, the temple, quote unquote area or whatever. Actually, that's not even the, this isn't even the temple either. Temple is where Mac is. This is busting through the wall where that brain thing is. Or thing was. See, these don't have symbols. How am I gonna find... And these are just additional photos taken. I don't know how I'm gonna find that. If I go over here, this just opens and closes this, right? Yeah. No symbols here. Take a look here. These are basically alien characters, and then also like some Russian or whatever as they were translating. This isn't going to be the symbols I need. Iron sheeting, chemicals. PDA is just... Isn't PDA just their logs? Yeah. So that's not going to help. Water. What the heck, man? There literally are no... Like, take a closer look things or something that'll let me look at a... Some kind of poster or a placard or something. That's our monster friend in the other room, bemoaning his existence or something. Yes, I don't know what I do with this to do a subsystem, because I don't know what subsystem I want, and I also don't know, do I need to do like there are four. Are there four different subsystems of whatever this is? I don't know. I feel like I don't have enough information to know what to do on these. Also, this one's red and I cannot turn it off or on. So this is permanently busted, I guess. This isn't going to help. Already tried that. Bench, pipes. There's nothing. I didn't really go anywhere with Mac. He just stood in front of that. I know he's trapped in this room, but I wonder if there's anything else. Do this. What is this? Go back? Maybe there's something in here with like a set of symbols. Probably not, though. This is they called this the temple. This is like old ancient culture stuff. I don't think he's going to have any modern signage here. Yeah, it's not looking like it. There's this. But this is, again, it's just like the symbols, the alien symbols, and interpreting them or whatever. It's nothing. So, that's a dead end. Can I go up? No. It's all just chasm on this, the other side of this. I know I can't turn this yet, but yeah, there are no symbols here to help me either. You've got this.
No. Heavy on the central apparatus.
Children should not play.
You're probably right, Mose.
There's nothing here, symbol-wise. Cave walls. There's nothing more. There had been an element here they had drilled out that I grabbed and analyzed earlier. Yeah, there's nothing new there. Seeing if there are symbols on any of these tools that might tip me off on something. This has that. The alien device with Russian letters or whatever is not super helpful. Yeah. Damn, dude, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look up something. Where am I supposed to find the symbols? You would think they'd be around somewhere, like in one of all these rooms that either she could access, or he could access, or he could access, but apparently the answer is no. Moses, this bear here, has currently the most, like the largest range of where he can move. I can go back to the one isolated room where the brain, what's left of the brain is, where the creature busted through here. I can go there. It's only like a small area. There's this hall here, which, you know, is basically this times 2. And then there's that big room that I can do like half of, that has like the device that this lighter has on it, and, you know, the Totem, the guys at in the mortgage, you know, drawers, whatever they call those. where they put the dead bodies and it had a toe tag and stuff. And this just has like sound, which, okay. If I had a recording device, I might be able to record the sound of the creature and then play it on this, and that might distract the creature, but I don't have anything to record audio. Yeah. This just changes the wallpaper. There's nothing in messages. These are just other images. Well, crud. Okay, what does your hint say? Because I can't figure it out.
I can play sounds from here. This could be fun.
That's my hint. I realized that. What did I just say about like recording audio or something? Stupid. That wasn't a hint at all. That's useless. Okay. What does the hint over at this computer say? Is this also going to be dumb? There is no hint up there. Okay, awesome. I don't know. I don't get it. Damn. I don't know. Do any of you guys have ideas? I can't figure out how I'm gonna find out the symbols, or get an audio device, or she could only go up to here where the actual drilling happened, or this end of here, or she can go over here where we could previously analyze the core sample, but now that it was, oh, just read the report. I think, let me read I don't know, maybe there's some clue in there. Let me read the report on the core sample again, what it said. Roger wants me to cap the entrance diameter at 18 feet. Yeah, that says like what the drilling frequency and stuff should be, right? So basically, the only things that she can interact with and or places she can go are this machine here, which has that, like I said. Over here is the destroyed rover, which has literally nothing in it. I already checked. What does this say over here? That, and then what is this? Crane. Oh yeah, we already read just descriptions anyway. And then over here where the drill is. Those are all the choices she has currently. She has very little she can do. Now Mac has a little bit more too, but not a lot as well, right? He has the temple, and then he has this. The temple's not going to tell him crap, right? Because the temple is just a bunch of alien symbols. It's not going to be any of the industrial symbols that we were seeing on that machine. Nothing on there. I already looked on these to see if there's some symbol or something. I don't see anything on any of them. All right, well, I guess we're gonna look at the walkthrough. I'm fully stumped. That's unfortunate. I really didn't want to, but I guess it is what it is. Not this. There we go. Dockmate. There's a dockmate control in here. Okay, I missed that completely. Where's the dockmate? It's not gonna be over here where the brain is, right? This stuff all got destroyed. Yeah. So not there. This is security terminal. That's not dockmate. Dockmate's that like operating thing we had where there was the room where there was the like kind of round area that had the people that were in stasis that we ended up helping pass on. And then there's the middle room with the operating table. That machine that controlled the arms and stuff in there, that's the dockmate. I don't see a dockmate control in here. Missing something? Another security terminal, so it's not dockmate. So there's a... This is not operating currently. Morgue slab, we already got the toe tag. There's nothing else there. This is not a dockmate terminal, right? This is... Yeah, see, it's a RKSP workbench. That's not the same thing. That's a PDA. That's observation. And that's just take a look. Where in the crap are they talking about a dockmate control? Oh, this is... I'm not the right spot in the walkthrough. That's earlier. Okay, I was wondering. I was like, what the crap? Okay. Looks like there might be a little bit more in the temple than I thought. Let me go back. I don't know. I just saw continue to explore the temple, and it's not the same thing, I don't think, that I did already. Tarp. Lighting. This. Yeah, which is this, the symbol. See, this might be important, but I don't know. I mean, that's just one symbol of several on that mechanism in the other room, so. Ports. Sandbags. Not seeing. Let's see. Something more over here that I missed? Oh, yeah. I can go down over this way. Oh, yeah, I completely missed this hallway. Okay, well, that's good. Okay, I'm not going to look at the walkthrough until I've tried more, now that I've looked through this. Hang on, let me see what this says. Okay. Dr. Abdulaziz Al-Kabur, Archaeology Geology. Dear Mom and Dad, I'm writing to share with you the fantastic news that I've been transferred to a new facility. I'm excited about this opportunity and can't wait to share all the details with you in person. The work I'm doing here is truly groundbreaking, and I'm grateful to be able to make such meaningful contributions to my field. I am also thrilled to let you know that my superior mentioned the possibility of a bonus leave if I continue to excel in my work. I miss you both and can't wait to see you again on the ring. Until then, please know that my love for you is as strong as ever, and you're always in my thoughts. Abdul. Yeah, the ring, if I remember right, and I'm a little shaky because it's been a while, but I think in the first game, Stasis, I think we read logs about the ring. I think the ring is like the ring around, like the ring around Saturn, and they managed to establish some stations in that kind of debris or asteroid in the ring or whatever it actually is there. I never remember. It's something like that, though. Anyway, I think they established like a space station or something somewhere in there. So I think that's what the ring is. It's not the Halo ring, in case you're wondering. It's not the same thing as in Halo. Anyway, okay. I looked closer at the drone footage of the ancient water wheels surrounding Black Sand Beach. They were primarily used for milling. What's even more fascinating is the substance they were grinding. The millstones are coated in a fine white powder. I had it tested and it turned out to be bone dust. Human bone. Why they were grinding remains a mystery. Ceremonial use, dietary supplementation, animal feed. To Dave Gallagher, I understand the company's desire to expand Omega deeper into the cave system. Still, there's no practical way of doing it without damaging sections of the excavation site. Do we really need a STEM station down here? These ruins are still mostly unexplored, but their inhabitants were remarkable, even from what little we know. Their technology was far more advanced than any other civilization for this period by hundreds of years. The historical significance of these findings cannot be overstated. They can change everything we know about our earliest ancestors. I implore you to halt the expansion until we can find a way to preserve the ruins. At the very least, allow me to plead my case in person when you arrive next week. A C-14 sample from the oldest milled bones has been dated 1650 AD. Now, we're supposed to be, I think, like 2150 or something like that. I never remember, but it's something like that. I thought it was a lot farther in the future, but I think it's only something like 100 and something years in the future. Anyway, so 1650, though, is when they found the oldest milled bones. Meanwhile, the structures themselves go back thousands of years. Perhaps the sample was contaminated. Either way, we must keep the site intact until we understand what we're dealing with. The core samples we drilled at 5671 hertz at 1.29 meters per second squared. I probably should write that down. That might be what Charlie needs for her drill stuff. Let me see. Write this down. 5671 hertz at 1.29 gigawatts. Just kidding. Meters per second squared. Okay. Indicate that most of the cave system comprises calcic plagioclase, sanidine with augite, olivine, and small amounts of lucite. This is unusual for the region, especially the ocean floor. The weathering further suggests this outcrop was exposed to sun and wind some 2,000 years ago. I'm telling you, I don't know that they're actually saying it's Atlantis, but I'm telling you, it's an Atlantis type of thing. There was some ancient civilization or aliens, whatever it actually is, that was on the surface. And then there was some like earthquake or tsunami or something that broke it away, and it descended down into the depths of the ocean. So this stuff, whether some of them were sealed inside a temple that was airtight and they managed to make it to the bottom of the ocean and were still alive and then died after the fact, or whether they just died in that disaster. I'm pretty sure something was on the surface, broke away, slid all the way down eventually to the ocean floor here, and that's where they're finding all the ruins and stuff, where there's the ground bone and everything. Today, my heart is heavy with grief. I received the terrible news that Yvette was tragically injured. The thought of informing Captain Haskin up top is just horrid. The loss is truly devastating. I don't remember which one Yvette was. I think we might have logs from her, though. I found the critters that escaped from animal testing. They're breeding in the refrigeration tanks. I don't know what my colleagues were doing with them in the lab. Still, they should have been more careful. Those things are nasty. Fluoroantimonic, acidic blood and all. Got word of the base lockdown. Guess I'm going to be stuck here for a while. I'm not complaining. Message to all mule crew. You can't keep moving people into the temple, even if the quarantine lasts only a few days. They're damaging an incredibly valuable excavation site. Find another place to put them. Everybody is piled into the Prime Omega laboratory. My claustrophobia kept me out here. Personal log. It's been so tranquil. Where is everybody? Personal log. The decon chamber alarm was going nuts. I looked through the lab door. It was piled high with congealed torsos. That's so they crowd into the decon chamber. They thought something got out and infected people or something. At first glance, I could see something that looked like a gnarled tree with knotted branches and a twisted trunk. But upon closer inspection, its branches were made up of human arms and legs. That's the thing that we saw, or that Moses saw in the other room. Its branches were made up of human arms and legs, twisted and contorted into grotesque shapes. Excuse me. The trunk was composed of torsos, stacked one on top of the other, their eyes and mouths open in eternal screams of agony. The creature seemed to pulsate with life, its limbs writhing and twitching, as if it were in constant pain. Every now and then, a blood-curdling scream would emit from their mouths. I've collapsed the bridge to ensure it stays in the lab. That bridge might be... I think that bridge is what Mac was seeing. So if we go out of the temple into that one thing where there's that big machine, and then there's the bridge that's broken, I think that's the bridge he's talking about. He collapsed. Which means if we can somehow span that chasm, Mac could get over to where Moses is, I think. Anyway. I don't fear death, for I know nothing is left to experience pain once my mind is gone. But I would have liked to explore more of the world and uncover our shared past. Alas, even this current project, which will take my life, remains unfinished. The many stories in these walls, waiting to be told, will not find their interpreter in me. There's comfort in meeting my end locked up in a temple erected by a lost civilization. It's a good death for an adventurer. If you find this log, please have my body sent to the corpse ring for burial. I promised my parents I would return to them. That's too bad. Yeah, it sucks when you basically realize you're just gonna die and you're just waiting for death to happen. There's nothing else for you. Oh, there's an insect? Oh. Carved wall. This could be another death. Hang on, let me save this. Where did I? Let me go up to the insect and just...
Oh, Kane's rain.
Is it... It's still alive?
The creature is, not the poor bastard underneath it.
An unpleasant end.
Maybe you can cut it off him?
That would mean getting close to it.
Can I just do this and die? Okay, I've got this. I don't know if that's going to be enough. I need distance or something, right? As if I do this, this will probably kill him, right? Get Mac killed.
This thing's blood. It melted right through the metal.
Cutting it open didn't stop it?
No. It's writhing. It didn't even notice, I'd say.
Very little would stop it. It is a higher form.
Compared to what?
Compared to us, I'm assuming is what the guy means. How do I... Not the sampler. I use the lighter on it? No. I don't know what I can do with this. Is there some object here? Carved wall. This portion of the wall has been carved out and bound by straps made ready for terminally delayed transportation and analysis. And that's it here. Grotesque invertebrate mounts its hapless prize. Tip of its insectal head burrowed deeply through a tear in the hazmat suit. The plastic around the tear undulates as hidden ostellum quaff flesh liquefied by injected toxins. Gross. So it's just like swallowing up flesh that it turns into liquid. While probing mandibles spoon up crumbling meaty porridge. Well, that was something new. I don't know how I do anything with that. I don't have a container or anything, apparently. None of this stuff. It's not going to be the acetylene torch, right? Because I need fuel, and then it's like you've got a little blowtorch. So that's not going to be. I already tried the core sample here, right? Cannot take a core sample, yeah. I don't know. Stop. Stop. I don't want that. That core sampler just hung there. We got a little hint up here, but I just barely discovered this. I don't want to do a hint yet on this. I don't know. I need a container of some kind for that, right? I'm pretty sure. She doesn't have any containers out here, though. I'm going to be able to use. I could do something with the... probably do something with the acid once I get it. But the problem is I don't know... Okay, let me have her try... this was the control here, right? Try that frequency that the guy said in his log. 567.1. He's at 5671 hertz. That high? Maybe. Yeah, 5671 hertz at 1.29 meters per second squared. That's what he said. Let's do that.
Warning. Plane heavy undercentrial apparatus 113A in operation. Operation should be conducted by licensed HUDA engineers only.
Is that so?
She's like, and what's your point?
Heck, I did it. I got the drill to finish its run.
Still have all your arms.
Legs too. Looks like a cave on the other side.
That cave system will lead you to Alpha Base, assuming you haven't destabilized its structural integrity. It very well could collapse on you.
Bucket of optimism, are you, pal?
I mean, to be fair, can you blame the guy? He's basically seen nightmare creatures, so... I think I've read all these, but let me just read these, the ones over here, just so that I can make sure I've got everything. The tunnel drill has suffered for its exciting burst of activity, now partly buried in the cave-in of its own making. Oh, yeah, that's new, because that's what we just did, I think. Stalagmites. The mud-clogged tunnel is flanked by drapery of jagged stalagmites, straining out from the river of mud as if escaping suffocation. Passage. Torchlight reveals hints of an open passageway, shadows dancing on a trail of mud beyond the bars of drooping stalactite. Okay. So I'm not sure what this over here is. Nope, not what I meant. Not what I meant, not what I meant, not what I meant. Over here. I think it's something beyond the screen, so I can't access that right now. Dead diver and examine... Okay, so I guess we're going forward. Oh, I'll be able to get there afterward, because I think the passage... I go here, and I think the passage goes this way. I see. Okay, dead diver.
There's a dead diver here. He died in his suit.
May his mind find the Nexus. Does he have anything useful?
Oh, we're not gonna let her answer yet. I guess I gotta look. Aluminum welding rods. Okay. Empty has bag. That might, if it's for hazardous toxic spills and stuff. Yeah, and store acid, it says at the end. Okay, so some of those aluminum welding rods were presumably used to maintain infrastructure. And then the has-bag, fairly standard diver gear. Never hurts to have some extra pockets on hand, especially ones that can withstand toxic spills and store acid. So I give this to Mac, I'm pretty sure. And then this is a hide phone. We can use that on the as a recording device. Use that over for Moses, I think. So I guess this diver was perfect to die right here. Thank you for dying, sir. Good sir. You helped the cause, or something. Floor. Thick dirt is slowly flooded into the cave, slowly constricting and strangling its interior. The space between the floor and ceiling have slowly but perpetually shrunk. Yeah. Okay, let's look at the PDA. Robert Callan, marine biologist. Funny how seemingly insignificant events can drastically change your life. One moment, I was pinging the ocean floor, looking for whale signs, and the next, I was promoted. This was not how I expected my life to turn out. I had a mountain of educational debt and a miserable wife. I can still hear her voice. Who studies marine biology anyway? She repeatedly asked this question for 10 years straight. You'll never amount to anything, Roger. I should have listened to my mother. Blah, blah, blah. Well, look at me now. And this is just a journal. Yeah, personal log. Okay. Message to Aaron Skullwalker and Pandoria Chambers. Professors, allow me to be the first to welcome you to Alpha. This is the first momentous step toward understanding more of our past and exploiting it for future profit. I am thrilled that you've agreed to join me and Kane in this undertaking. If you have any questions, I am at your disposal. I've mapped most of the site already, and I'm preparing to lead expeditions into the temple system, which I am sure you will both want to be a part of. Until then, welcome to the last frontier on planet Earth, our very own Abyss. Yeah, I'm assuming since the PDA is right next to it, that dead diver is this Roger Callan guy. Kane plans to exploit the fauna here. The oceans are mostly fished out, and seafood is a rare delicacy. But in this region, marine life seems to thrive. Yeah, until you empty it all out because you're going to exploit it. Never learn. Okay, anyway. I caught it. Stupendous, definitive proof that something in this cave system is allowing complex life to exist and evolve over 20,000 feet below the ocean surface. It's beautiful. Okay, maybe not beautiful. It's a maggot. A particularly feisty one at that. It immediately latched onto my wrist and started sucking my blood. Predatory behavior means there is prey, which means there are more discoveries to be made. To Aaron Skullwalker, Luke Skullwalker. I would also like to take this opportunity to express my admiration for you in particular. Your voyages beyond the outer rims played no small part in igniting my passion for exploration. I would love to share some stories with you, over a drink perhaps, one pioneer to another. I've been feeding my new pet algae from around the base. We've no shortage of the stuff. The little beastie's appetite seems to know no limits, and its growth rate is staggering. I wonder if it grew out of control, and that's why it latched onto that dude in the temple area. The professors weren't as keen to join my expedition as I'd hoped. Chambers, I understand. I've heard about the side effects of a full-body transplant. She's probably not as fit as she looks, and getting around in a dive suit is already challenging. Skullwalker, though? I'm disappointed. One of the last true frontiersmen of our time should be thrilled to participate in honest exploration again, or at least talk about it. But all he asks me about is my family. You may be my greatest hero, sir, but even you won't entice me into speaking about my ex-wife. There's not enough rum here for that conversation. I was so eager to see how large the maggot would grow, I began feeding it my own blood. That After all, that was the first thing it went for. I didn't factor in that its increase in strength has not been proportional to its growth in size. It appears to be developing a heightened awareness of its surroundings. Have you ever been looked at hungrily by a dog-sized oozing balloon-like thing? It's even less fun than it sounds. Message to all Alpha Base crew. Just wanted to say, should you hear loud banging in my laboratory, do not be alarmed. It's just an experiment I'm running. Everything is proceeding as intended, though I would advise against entering my work area without me, especially if you have recently eaten chicken. Thanks. Message to all Alpha Base crew, again. As the senior ranking member of this endeavor, I am ordering everybody to remain inside Alpha Base until further notice. Should you hear knocking, slithering, or any other unusual noise coming from outside, proceed to another part of the base, just to be safe. Then call me. Sounds like the experiment got out of control. That's what it sounds like to me. Well, the experiment / his new creature friend that he found. Maybe both of them. Message from corporate. Mr. Callan, while the board appreciates your enthusiasm for this project and your role in identifying the site, they would like to remind you that your job is to facilitate the research of Professors Chambers and Skullwalker and collect samples for our experts who just arrived on the deep-sea rig. None of this requires you to conduct your own studies. The research budget will not be altered, barring exceptional circumstances, so please focus on your prescribed duties. Found the little... It burrowed into the sand and was catching small fish. Seems to have evolved into an ambush predator, like a bobbit worm. Incredible. The physiological and behavioral changes are happening right before my eyes. From corporate. Mr. Callan, the board is indeed interested in this new specimen, but they must again remind you that your job is to simply retrieve new samples and send them to Deep Sea 15. Alpha is not yet equipped to study xeno life forms. Please consider your significant outstanding debts to Kane and the fact that, although you are separated, your ex-wife is still a shareholder of your debt, as you are of hers. Message from Deep Sea 15. A spike in seismic activity caused the collapse of the primary ingress into the cave and temple structure. We're sending a drilling technician to widen the entrance so that supply shipments can be resumed. In the meantime, you're advised to implement a ration system and reserve medications for emergencies. Personal log. A fragile cave system isn't the best place to use sonic attractors, but how else was I supposed to attract larger fish? While the attractors were working, my new buddy managed to snag a few juicy specimens. The sonic attractors also wrecked most of the electrical systems and distorted the magnetic field, which the walls amplified. Maybe this will turn out to be a blessing in disguise. The new, larger entrance will be a much better staging ground for expeditions. To Daniel Gunderson. I imagine you're a cut-to-the-chase sort of guy, so I'd say limit it to 18 feet in diameter max, and go from there. With the recent collapse, it's the only way out of this place. Report back to me on your progress tomorrow. To all Alpha Base crew. There's no good way to say this, so I'll just rip off the Band-Aid. We're sealed in. Completely. I don't know exactly how it happened, but Gunderson's drilling caused another cave-in. But fear not, we all know the value of our work, and so does Kane. I'm certain they will spare no expense to free us. Really, is that like why they just kind of left everybody to their own devices and abandoned the whole project, and so the ship was empty and the Alpha Base was empty? And sure, I'm sure Kane cares about you a lot. It sounds like it. They're a great company. I'll just wait here for Gunderson to open the passage. Didn't check my gear before I left. Guess I never learn. Sheila would shake her head and laugh if she saw me now. Same old Roger, always getting ahead of himself. I wonder what she would say if she knew I named the maggot after her. Ouch. The little guy's got legs now. Many of them. As if it wasn't horrifying enough. I suppose if I die, I can be satisfied that here, at the edge of the world, I brushed up against mysteries beyond my comprehension, mysteries to which I led the way. Only getting 1 BPS. I guess they're moving the data receivers elsewhere. The Newman is not going to be happy trapped down here. I'm amazed Kane would risk pissing that thing off. From corporate, Mr. Callan, with deep regret, the board must inform you that we have abandoned this forward operation. Please understand that this is not a reflection on your work to date, but the result of repeat violations by the Newman. The isolation of Alpha lends itself perfectly to a seal and forget procedure. Yeah, Kane totally cares about you guys. You were saying? The board asks that you pass on their sincere regret to these unfortunate events, or for these unfortunate events, to the rest of the crew, and thank them for their service. You will all be pleased to know that your hard work won't be lost. The construction of a new base has already been approved. In light of the above, we have released your ex-wife from her debt. She will surely be in the Nexus, waiting for you with her arms wide open. Congratulations, and farewell. We released her from her debt, and then right after that they say she'll be waiting in the Nexus, and then she'll be dead, and then like their version of like the hereafter. So you killed her? To eliminate the debt or something? What the frick, Kane? Wow. Just wow. That's troubling, to say the least. Okay. Yeah, we read this before for the passage. Yeah, and then this will move on to... I'm assuming we're still going to be under the sea, because this is under the sea. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, it's stone. Okay. I was like, is this a giant maggot that grew? How much blood did he feed the guy? Or did the guy feed him? Anyway. Okay. So this, stalactites. Draped stalactites suggest this area was at one time a sealed cavern. Ancient lava flow. The dried remains of ancient lava flow have created a ramp-like structure, allowing access to an area beyond. Where's that one? Here. Oh, I'm not close enough, I guess, to... Maybe I can't do that at all. Okay. Stone structures, imposing tendons of stone, stretch upward to meet a ceiling draped in a sopping mane of stalactites. Maggot. Colossal mass slouches within the rocky alcove. Its distended form twitching and undulating in the soft currents like a malformed water balloon. Through translucent skin, vague shapes of shuddering organs are visible. Tiny bubbles escape from the anus. Gross. While the moss slurps fluids from a rotting carcass. Yeah. So these are like the maggots. Basically like the maggot's mandibles or teeth or whatever. And this is like whatever the carcass is. Gross. I am worried that if we run by there, the maggot will catch us and kill us. Though. So I'm going to save again. I don't know. Is there anything else? The tunnel. Plastic tube leads into a subterranean tunnel, the interior of which is ringed by wiring and oscillating lights. Is there anything else I missed out here? Stone structures, lava flow. No. This I cannot identify. But like I said, I think this is... I go in here and like work my way around or something. Because if I get over here, I still can't see whatever this is over there. Yeah. Oh, and there could be more down here also. Skeleton. From the wet clag emerges the skeletal structure of a gargantuan aquatic creature stripped clean of flesh. Yeah, that's the maggots doing, I'm sure. Based on the PDA also. The remains lie intertwined with other carrion, making it difficult to determine what creature these remains belonged to. Boneyard. The boneyard of aquatic giants is little more than a growing heap of relinquished scraps. discarded once their flesh has been ingested by the nightmarish maggot. Okay, and that's it before we try to go inside. There's something else over here, but we're not gonna examine that right now. I will save it, but I think we're gonna switch over to Mac, try to get him to grab some acid. And also have Mose try to record the moans of the creature and then see if we can use that on the microphone. Maybe that will lure it over to that one thing we were talking about way at the beginning, Faux Fox, where it goes into that kind of chamber and we can maybe shut it in or something. I don't know. But a couple of things to try that way too, I think. Okay, so here. There we go. Acid in a dry bag. Perfect. Now, what I do with that acid, I'm not sure. Did something need to be dissolved? I'm trying to think over where Moses. I don't think so. It's more like trying to find codes and stuff you need. Let's do this. See, I don't know if I could do it at this vent right here, or if I have to go into the other room and record the sounds. I'm not sure.
I do not like these sounds. They are wrong.
The cries. I remember them from my fugue. Somehow.
Now we have them.
I don't want them.
He's like, what's your point, dude? I don't want the damn cries. Are you kidding me? Why? Why do you have the cries? Let me think how this is going to go, though. If I play that in the microphone... How am I going to direct it to go somewhere, though? If I play it in the microphone, isn't it just going to go to where the microphone is? That's not what I want, I don't think. How do I trap it? I don't know. I don't know. That's weird. I'm not sure what to do with that. We did just say this, like before this, so if he dies, I'll just have Matt gather the acid again and then do this again, but... Broadcasting audio to the artifact storage lab. Oh, maybe I first need to open that up so it can go in there. If it broadcasts and then it sees this as open, maybe it'll go into investigate, and then maybe I can shut this or something. Okay. Now let's go back out. I don't know that that's what's going to happen, but that's the only thing I could think is, if it, like the only place in here that I think we could trap it is there, and it says it's going to broadcast to the lab, making me think that we're going to try to trap it in the lab. What is this room? This, not this, but this one? Down with the chairs. This. Where is that? It's too brief. I can't tell where that is. I can't really get an orientation. Whatever. Okay, I won't spend a lot longer on that. Here, we'll just do this.
It did not stay long.
Perhaps it needs more motivation.
Like what? I can't imagine it lives off of acid. So it's not going to be the scrubber, I wouldn't think. I mean, maybe, but earlier when we grabbed the scrubber, it said something about maybe we can use this later. So, I don't know. Okay, well, let's see if Charlie can make it through. I'll just save it again. I don't want to redo all that. That's fine. Here. Okay. All right. Let's see what she can do.
Holy shit. What is that?
It looks like, well, a giant maggot.
Oh my god.
I do not like this.
Warning. Dye-set integrity compromised. Energy reserves below 10%.
I have to find some way past it.
If I use acid, it could back away from the acid, but there are a few problems with that. Number one, the seawater could really quickly just completely neutralize the acid, so the acid has no effect. Second, how do I get the acid to it without being too close where it'll eat me? There are the rods here, which are, I don't think, going to do anything, probably. Aluminum is one of the things we needed, by the way. Right, we needed ferrous oxide, potassium, and aluminum. That's in Moses area. I don't actually know. I don't think anything I have is going to get me past this maggot. I don't have anything that acts like a weapon. If I had like an explosive device, I could throw that, it would blow up, the maggot would back away, and then while stuff is collapsing, if I ran really fast, I might be able to make it in the tunnel. But that's not going to be a thing so long as the maggot is there and I don't have... Or, sorry, that's not going to be a thing so long as I have just these materials. This, I think, though, aluminum was one of the components for an explosive device, I think, right? Wasn't that what it was saying? Let's go back to Moses. I think that's what the one computer was saying. Not this one, but over this one? No, wait, hang on. Because this terminal has the symbols where I'm shutting down various things. And if I continue over, there's the door. but no other terminal, and then there's the room of the brain. So it must be back out in the lab. Was it here? No, this has that stuff, yeah. What was... Well, it's gotta be... It's gotta be something over this other tunnel. There's nothing over here to examine. There's... I could look at something, but that doesn't tell me anything. Was it in a personal log? I don't think so, right? Wasn't it? So we did these today. Yeah, it's not any of these. Okay, well, I'll go back out and look. Somewhere there's a terminal or a whatever, a computer that tells me, not this, of course, the different things I need. And it was aluminum and ferrous oxide and potassium. I don't remember where that was, though. I think that's to make a thermite charge. And then we can use, like I said, I can use the thermite potentially on, yeah, and so we're just back to the brain. So I don't know what the frick. Because there's nothing in here other than looking at the weird pulsing thing that's left over. There's nothing in here to do. See if you use the acid on that? I don't think so, but maybe. No. Nope. And we're not going to use the aluminum because we need that for the thermite. Where was that? This is just the subsystems thing, like I thought. And this is just the microphone. Is there something out here that I missed? Somewhere. There's something that tells me to do thermite. Or how to do thermite. None of this is just pictures. This opens and closes this. I want to keep that open, I think. Was it something where you are? Do you just have the giant contraption over there? No computer terminals anywhere. What the hell? Hang on one sec. Let me find... Oh, I know where it is. I know where it is. It is here. It's on this guy in his pocket. That's where it is. This. So thermite. Yep. So I need ferric oxide and potassium still though. So. Anyway, I was trying to remember where that was. For some reason, it was bugging me that I couldn't remember. Ferrous oxide. Where's there going to be enough rust that I can... Iron sheets, but it's not rusted, right? Wait, do you have rusted something under here, maybe? There's stone structures, lava flow, bones. which are going to be calcium, not potassium, of course. So that's not going to help. Passage. Nothing there. I don't think I can get rust off anything, but since we're in the ocean, like physically in the ocean right now, I thought maybe there's a chance. But I don't know. Ground, entrance, down crop tracks. This isn't gonna be rusted, of course, that's just ruined. Just like burned and stuff from the crash. Machinery. Yeah, there's nothing There's nothing rusty here. I don't think it's... Okay, since I saved where she was near the maggot, we're just gonna load again just so I don't have to run all the way back. Yeah, there's nothing rusty there that I can see. So, let's give this to Moses again, because he needs that. If I could get that systems thing over here figured out, I could potentially turn on like sprinklers or something. That sounds healthy and normal. I don't know. If there were sprinklers, like I said, if there were sprinklers, I could also use a lighter. I can't see. There's nothing rusted in here left over, right? No. Okay, does Mac have anything rusty? Or like full of rust or something in the area where he is? No, 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 I don't want that stuff. Carved wall. Nothing else that way, though. Just a diagram, doesn't have anything I can interact with. No, nothing that way. Unless there's, and I don't remember there being any. Unless there's rust out here, there's not any in his area. Crane. Palisade bridge. Look over here. It's just rotating these. I don't know how I rotate this. This symbol was on top. That diagram we looked at, but it's already on top, so it doesn't indicate you need to rotate it at all. So I don't know. Anyway, and I don't see any rust on this. And even with that, we still need potassium as well. So there are a couple of things, obviously, that we're missing. I don't know. Okay, we'll pause for now, I guess, with that. So how are you... Like, I'm pretty sure I need to get the thermite to get the maggot away, which means I have to find those other two things. There's also... What if... There's no sprinkler system over in the lab room, right? Is there? I don't think so. So I think what I want is not to use the lighter. I think I still want to do this, but I don't know. Excuse me, I don't know how I do this. Do I mark them all? No. See, I don't know. It's literally just these. So I don't know. I don't even know what those symbols mean, let alone. There's nothing, it's just these buttons. There's nothing else to do here. So I don't know, even if I did a subsystem, I don't know what. Go across? No. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with this. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with that. There's water, but I don't see. It's just description, green. So I can't interact with that, so I don't know what it wants me to. So this is saying. I don't know. Shoot. If I could do something with the iron sheeting, it'd be good too, but I can't, right? It's just description. Metallic plate riddled with corrosion torn from some structure of a vessel. Paint on the embossed emblem was chipped and faded with age. See, so this potentially could have rust, but I can't do anything with it. So, again, not helpful. Put something in there. What will it want? Yeah, not the acid. I figured no, but just in case, you know, see what other things I can try to put in here. No. Need none of this stuff, I don't think. Organic sampler, empty acetylene torch, lighter, this, no, this, none of that. So something I need to find. Okay, I'm sure it's gonna be a death for her, but let me just try to go past the giant leech. I'm sure it's gonna get her killed. Okay, just go.
Holy shit. What is that?
It looks like, well...
Oh,
I do not like this.
I have to find some way.
Yeah, and we're going without going past the maggot, and then it's gonna kill us. Watch. Death scene. Yeah. Get another death. Amazing. Get another death. Perfect. Death 7 achievement I just got. Alright. Oh, I could no longer even try the tunnel? Interesting. Was that all just to get a death? Interesting. I don't know. Anyway, like I said, I'm pretty sure I need the thermite. So I don't know how I find rusted it. You'd think with all the water on the floor of the lab, in the ocean out here, you'd think there'd be somewhere I could interact and grab some damn rust. But apparently that's not a thing. I think the Brotherhood, the developers of the game, were like, nah, it's too easy. Hello. open these. There's not a way to close them again. So it's not going to be anything with this pool of water here or anything. Yeah, it showed up barely and then went away. This doesn't indicate any subsystems, does it? Wonder if we have something in the PDA logs that I'm forgetting about. Let's see. I don't see. I mean, he talks a bit about the lab. I don't see anything that says anything about specific systems. Ocean floor. That's before he even came here. You're loud banging in my laboratory. Don't be alarmed. It's not talking about setting an alarm. It's telling them don't panic. Yeah, I don't see anything in here either. This is a pretty short one. Dr. Moon. Yeah, I think this is back to where the people were in stasis in the where Moses had been in the previous area. So I don't know if this is going to tell me anything either. Well, crap. I don't know how I'm supposed to read this. What the hell? No. Nope, I didn't mean to click her. Crap. Hang on. Back. What does he say? I don't know if I did this one or not.
This door won't budge. Its gears are locked tight. The gears are metal. And metal can be moved by magnets.
Magnets. I don't have any magnets, though. I mean, aluminum's not magnetic even, really, so... A little bit. I don't know where I would get magnets is the thing, so that's not really that helpful of a clue. Yeah, so something magnetic with that. I'm just going to hit the blue question marks for each of these, well, any of them that have it, and see if something will tell me. I think it's you go so many times in and then the blue question mark will show up, but I don't know. I don't know for sure that one even exists for this. I've been there like 8 times, 10 times, something, and I've not seen a question mark, so I guess that one doesn't get it. We go one more time because we did progress a little bit with other things like using the microphone over here. I wonder if I go back to the corpse, maybe there is something more where there was not previously. Like if I can get some flesh off of him and put it in that, maybe it'll go for it or something. No, just the note about the thermite. There's nothing. Just that. Crud. I don't know. There's a ramp over here? What the? Where? Is this a ramp? Oh, so there's an ancient lava flow. Ah, she can walk up this. Damn it. This whole time I thought it was just random description. Piece of crap. Okay. Son of a... I am not doing well recognizing stuff in this game, apparently. Okay, what is this? Trench wall. Trench wall is a curtain of stalactites and stalagmites stretching upward toward a shattered cavity within the cavern's roof. Barrels over here. The pair of barrels lie half submerged in mud and mussels. Their contents long since evaporated or disintegrated. Okay. What else we got over here? Oh, there's that. Is not okay.
Oh my. It's amazing.
Is that what I think it is?
Like a toy.
It's a Spanish galleon. It must have sunk and crashed into the top of the chamber.
Not yesterday either. How old is this place?
Old. Far older than the ship.
Warning. Major structural instabilities detected. Use caution when working around this artifact.
Careful around that thing. Could dislodge really easy.
The deck looks intact. I'm going in it.
Charlie, why?
I have the barest beginning of a thought.
This woman.
He's like, why Iona? That thing swimming around here, yeah, that's not awesome. Okay, galleon. Midsection of an ancient galleon lies shattered upon the barnacled, stippled cavern floor. Debris, what little cargo survived the ship's sinking and collision, have been consumed by a forest of barnacles. This thing swimming concerns me. I don't know how dangerous it is. It's left us alone, so maybe not. Inscribed slab. An exotic slab chunk lies prostrate in the slit, composed of peculiar materials and adorned with obscure yet intricate carvings. Field of oysters, barnacles, and limpets envelop this portion of the cavern floor, bisected by rivers of thick mud. Stairs. Stairs retain their shape, though their moldy complexion warns that any pressure applied to them would cause them to disintegrate like sodden cardboard. Old ship. Torn section of the ship lies beheaded against the pillars of rock. The majority of its body swallowed by shifting mud. Aft. The aft section of the vessel's corpse has been overrun by a variety of critters, slowly blanketing and consuming what remains of the rotting vessel. I thought there was... yeah, up here. Oh, it's too far away, I guess. What is this? That's exiting a different direction? Did we manage to get around the ship if we do that? Oh yeah, here's this. So we're on the other side of there now. Old ship bow. Figurehead of the ancient ship protrudes forward from the bow. Its purpose of warding off bad luck from underwater spirits or violent creatures has evidently failed. And then this other stuff out here. Figurehead, sturdy bronze figurehead of an ancient galleon, arms splayed as if in reference toward the horror that nests below it.
Warning. Major structural instabilities detected. Use caution when working around this artifact.
The bow of that thing could come apart any second, Charlie.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that may be where I use the thermite is there. I'm pretty sure I still have to do thermite. I don't have anything else really that's... Acid, I guess, would be the only other thing, but I don't think... Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have to do the thermite for that. Well, if we go back up here... over here. And then... Mast. Shock of the vessel's impact popped the mast out of its lodging, collapsing backward and colliding with the remains of the ship's aft. I think that's it. Okay. If I go through.
I'm in the captain's quarters. The wood is really rotten here.
Warning. Energy reserves below 10%.
You're running out of time, Charlie.
She is not the only one.
Yeah. Be a little less ominous, why don't you, dude? Mud. Thick mud's pooled in the room, carried in by currents and aquatic denizens. Plankton. Clusters of marine plankton swarm over the interior furnishings. A nectonic plague growing over the drenched wood. Floor. The pulpy wooden flooring bends like thick rubber as you traverse over it. Gross. And dangerous. Bed. Sod remains of a bed partially collapsed due to age and rot. Dissolved sheeting little more than clouds of fabric. Octopus. The albino octopus sits upon its self-claimed throne, its cataract-racked eyes broadcasting both a deep age and malice. Its massive sucker-bearing arms would crack open this diving suit while it injects a salivary neurotoxin into the bloodstream. Means probably if you try to go over to this globe, it's going to attack you. It's probably what that means. So that's probably yet another thing that I cannot do right now. Barnacles. Curtain of barnacles rolls down the wall. Thick clumps of sharp shapes tumbling over each other as they sprout from displaced linen. Objects. Variety of inconsequential curiosities adorn the shelving, from broken bells and brushes to the congealed remains of ledgers. And finally, furniture. Cadavers of wooden furniture lie huddled under the table as if terrified of the ship's new inhabitants. All right. Well, that's going to do it for tonight. We'll try to figure more out next week. A lot of interesting stuff, and I'm not actually sure I'm going to figure a lot of this out. A lot of it I can't, apparently. A lot of it I have to look up, so this is what it is, I guess. All right, so I guess I don't really have anything in particular I was going to say. I was thinking, so in the United States, it's a 3-day weekend for us, so Monday is a holiday. But I imagine it's not a holiday for a lot of people. Plus, I probably should use the time for something else other than more live streams or something. So I won't worry about it. I'll take advantage of it for other stuff. All right, thanks, Siluel, Fofox, Monmouth, Funact, anybody else who's watching. I appreciate all the support as always. And yeah, I hope you had fun watching, even if you didn't do a whole lot of commenting. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you guys next time. Till then, peace.
Poor spider.
This freaking boy. Oh, that's so sad.